The fog on South Manitou Island didn't feel like weather. It felt like a presence, thick and cold, leaching the color from the pines and the warmth from my bones. I'd come to photograph the shipwreck, the Francisco Morazan, but the fog had rolled in, reducing the world to a dripping, grey shroud. That's when I heard the first bell. It wasn't the mournful clang of a buoy. It was a small, clear, silver sound, like a bell on a cat's collar. It came from the woods behind the beach. My rational mind, the one that lived in cities and paid rent, said it was a trick of the water. But the older part of me, the part that knew what fear was, froze. I followed the sound. The path was soft with centuries of pine needles, and the fog swallowed the world behind me. The bell tinkled, always just ahead, a maddening, playful sound. I saw a flicker of movement, a small, pale shape darting between the trees. A child? Hello? I called, my voice swallowed by the fog. The bell stopped. In the sudden silence, I heard only my own frantic heartbeat. Then, a whisper, so close it could have been right beside my ear. Don't you want to play? I ran. I crashed through undergrowth, my camera banging against my chest, the fog clinging to me like cobwebs. I burst into a clearing and saw the old farmhouse, the one the Park Service preserved. A single, warm light glowed in the downstairs window. Relief flooded me. People. I stumbled to the door and threw it open. The room was empty, frozen in the 19th century. A spinning wheel sat dormant, a cold hearth yawned blackly. And on the wooden table, a single oil lamp burned, its flame unnaturally still. The bell began to ring again, not from outside, but from the corner of the room. I turned. A little girl in a faded calico dress stood there, her skin the color of old porcelain, her eyes solid black. She smiled, a wide, empty smile, and shook her wrist. A tiny silver bell was tied there with a frayed red ribbon. "Now you're home," she whispered, though her lips didn't move. The door slammed shut. The lamp flickered, and in the strobing light, I saw them, shadows detaching from the walls, tall and gaunt, with the same bottomless black eyes. They reached for me with long, cold fingers. The last thing I heard was the cheerful, incessant tinkling of the bell, as the shadows and the little girl closed in, and the warm, welcoming light of the farmhouse went out forever.